Brian Posehn is my guest the entire hour. This is Comedy Death Ray. And before we get too far down the road here, I do want to introduce our second guest who's in the studio. And he is a food critic. Excuse me. Oh, I'm getting all choked up in this intro. So emotional. He's a food critic. He'll get to his exact credits because I'm not really that familiar with them. But please welcome Merrill Schindler.
Thank you, Scott. It's good to be here. I assure you my credits are long and illustrious.
That's a great
I'm a
joke.
food critic, we work in radio. I'm the editor of the Los Angeles Cigar Guide. And I'm primarily a lover of food.
That's what you would say.
That's your main thing.
I'm a big guy. I like to eat. My show is called Feed Your Face with Shindler. And, you've come on my show, and I'm coming on your show, and I just have a sort of cross-pollinization, with these
Pollinization, really?
You've been on his show, Scott? Then you seem like you're meeting him for the first time.
No, we're not meeting for the first time.
Okay,
Scott came on and had a recommendation for a wonderful seafood restaurant. It was Mario's
right.
Pescatori.
I don't know if I've told you this before, Brian, but I'm on a seafood diet.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
When you see food,
I eat it as long as it's seafood.
Oh,
I see it and I eat it. So pretty much just shrimp or fish, any type of fish, mahi.
Oh, when I'm laughing
salmon,
at the part where you see food,
pretty
you
much.
eat it.
I can have shellfish too, clams. There's all kinds of fish out there in the world. There's tuna, yellowtail tuna.
So you're actually on a seafood diet.
Yeah, but I see food and I eat it as long as it's seafood.
Then you're going to want to spend a lot of time down at Joe's Crab Shack in Redondo Beach.
My sister used to work there.
Of course, yeah. They have the most wonderful, luscious, buttery crab lobster little cutlets that they have right there.
Cutlets? Crab cutlets.
The crab cake cutlets, they're wrapped in lobster tails. And they are simply to die for. They are dripping right out of the shell.
Wow. What'd you say now?
They're dripping right out of the shell.
Sounds like something else is dripping out of the shell. So would you stop licking your fingers, by the way? Right into the mic?
My career is such that I can eat so much good food. I'm constantly thinking about it. My life is food. Wonderful food. Have you ever been to a wonderful little sandwich shop called Leggers?
Leggers?
Leggers.
Langers?
Well, sure, right there by MacArthur Park, Leggers.
Are you just agreeing with me?
They have the most juicy, tender, luscious. It is. I go down there. You go down there. A wonderful little place, MacArthur Park. Sometimes, I go down there and go Leggers, and afterwards you can go buy heroin at the park.
Oh, that's a nice little twofer. What is it you're eating right now? Because you have something in your mouth.
Oh, no, I'm not eating right now. There may be some residual from my meal. Before I came here, I stopped at one of the little taco trucks downstairs on Wilshire Boulevard.
Oh yeah, there
are some wonderful, delicious taco trucks. Little divey places to drive around. If you're lucky to come by a restaurant in the middle of the day, they'll come by your office, and you have one downstairs called the Cuckoo Wagon.
The Cuckoo Wagon,
and they have the most delicious Korean boiled egg chocolate treats that you will ever find.
Okay, I'm trying to picture this.
On Wilshire Boulevard.
That's specific. What is that? Boiled
chocolate.
Korean treats?
The little Korean treats. It's kind of like a kimchi or something. It was like a little eggy, little chocolatey. It's like a fusion chocolatey, like a French, Belgian sort of, like a Korean sort of fusion thing.
I don't know that you're describing this all that well. It's chocolate that
it is buttery.
Kimchi.
It is juicy.
Okay, it's buttery and juicy.
It is dripping with tender fats.
Okay.
And it is simply to die for. And I probably have a little pocket away one of the folds of my neck. That's probably what you're hearing right now.
Okay. Tell us about what's the best meal you've eaten recently?
Well, there's nothing better than French fries. I've always said there's nothing better than a good plate of French fries. Simple American French fries, caked in lobster juice, preferably with sort of lemon butter, or served on a bed of little pork riblets. If you get French fries with little pork riblets, if you get them Southern style little pork riblet French fries, that is just the classic. That is the most delicious, juicy.
What?
Dairy infused goodness
Do
that you will ever.
do you mind just attempting to clear your throat?
Oh, sure. Let me try to. You want to clear my throat? Is it not good for radio? I'm sorry, I'm not on my show.
Yeah, it's just every time you say juicy it's just kind of disgusting.
I'm not used to this microphone, Scott. So
that's even worse. Did you try?
of course, yeah. Hold on.
Wait, stop feeding your face as you're trying to clear your.
Feed your face with Schindler.
No, this isn't though. Yeah, that's your show.
Yeah,
This is somebody else's show.
I think the problem that we're facing here, Scott,
Yes.
is that when I clear my throat, there are a number of little pockets and sort of side eddies, unlike the normal human palate. And so if I clear my throat, there's another meal that I'm surprised with that I ate.
So you have a palate and a throat that's different from a normal human being's throat. Is that what you're trying to say?
Physiologically, because I'm constantly having. I have a regular table at Tuk Tuk Thai in Silver Lake. This wonderful little place called Tuk Tuk Thai.
Please stop saying the name of
What's
that.
What's wrong with Tuk Tuk Thai?
Oh God, please.
You go in there after hours. They have these little sort of cups of like a whiskey sort of gingery sort of peanutty kind of pork.
What?
Pork riblet.
What?
And it's like fried. They have these little fried.
There's a lot of pork riblets. Is pork riblets sort of a popular thing in food right now?
Didn't know those were coming back.
Well, I bring my own pork riblets to the restaurant.
Okay.
There's usually some kind of porkage fee for your porkage fee. There's a porkage fee when you bring pork riblets.
Sure.
But,
We've gone to restaurants.
I go to Zankel Chicken. I order the chicken tartar plate with a little extra garlicky butter sauce.
Okay.
And I go, what this could use, and it's a wonderful restaurant, don't get me wrong, I love Zankel Chicken. But if there's one thing it can use, it's just a little bit of pork in there.
Okay, so where do you get the pork?
Do people throw up around you when you talk? Like when you're talking in public, do people throw up a lot?
Oh well, we do go to a lot of food tasting. Yes, I noticed that. And I think it's mostly because people eat so much on my recommendations that the stomach's a little bit too full. It's too much of a good thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Where do you get your pork riblets that you say that you take everywhere?
Well, my current wife, my third wife.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, she loves to cook. She's always cooking something like that. I hate to eat her cooking except when I'm in a restaurant because I'm a food critic. If I'm going to eat her food, I have to take it to a restaurant or I'm not doing my job.
I don't know that I understand.
If I'm eating at home, I'm wasting time that could be used eating at a restaurant reviewing it. So I like to bring some cooking from home to a restaurant and have that be a part of my experience.
Okay. Does that factor into your reviews with the restaurant? Do they do all of a sudden you're talking about pork riblets and they're like, we don't serve pork riblets? And I would imagine it turns off.
They don't
more.
read the reviews. They're always from foreign countries. They only want to do is post it up on the wall and have this number of stars, of 3.5 stars. That's good enough for them. They don't read what it says.
That's really discounting.
You think everybody that works at a restaurant is from a foreign country?
Well, sure. Should have been there. They're from Thailand. If you go to Mario's, they're from Peru. Mario's is a wonderful. I'm going to go there right after this. There's a wonderful little place right over there.
How many meals have you eaten today?
Today? Well, what time is it?
That's a good question.
Probably. I think we're in the noon hour.
We're in the noon hour. Well, I know I ate 3 times before I woke up. And
before you woke up.
Wait a minute.
Well,
how do you do that?
What's wrong with that?
Do you have some sort of sleep apnea?
Sure, no. I have a little basket sent over. I have a little basket sent over from Torung, and a little basket full of their spicy sort of noodly, chickeny, porky soup.
Oh, okay.
Noodly, chickeny,
porky soup. All right.
Yeah, there's a wonderful little porky soup there. It's ginger. It's lemon. It's called the Torung. It's called the Torung soup. It's spicy. It's a spicy top yum soup.
And you eat that while you're sleeping?
Well, sure. I've got it sort of in a pipe. I roll my head to one side. I've got so wrong. They also had Bettina send over a little sort of tray of cheeses and snackies. So I never have to get out of bed if I'm hungry or anything, or even if I'm dreaming the wrong dream. I just roll over and suddenly, there's a little cookie dumpling. There's a little.
What?
I have little pot stickers sent over from Chumpies.
I thought I knew food, but I'm hearing about a lot of new foods today.
Well, you never heard of little pot stickers?
No, cookie
dumplings. Oh, if you're gonna go for cookie dumplings, make sure you go down to the butter vat on Pico.
Oh.
they're right there in front of you while you're in the restaurant. They will scoop out the cookie dough. The cookie dough, and they will slather it in egg yolks right there in front of you, and then it's served.
I don't want them to do that.
It's served with a very healthy bed of lettuce and jojoba.
Jojoba.
Jojoba, it's a wonderful little fatty sort of oil, that comes out of a plant here in Southern California.
They serve it on lettuce and fatty oil?
Oh, sure.
Something slathered in egg yolk?
But they are chocolatey. You have no idea. This sounds to our foreign ears, but you have to understand that these foreign cultures, everything is designed to taste wonderful. And it's a little bit odd to us, but they are the most chocolatey, buttery, delicious, slathered in oil.
Stop.
And there's a little hint of fishiness there too.
Oh God, no. Okay, here's a serious question.
Bring it home, yeah. A little fishiness.
Sure. I was answering a non-stop string of serious questions. I don't think it was a Charlie Rose.
You say that you dream the wrong dream a lot of times. What are those wrong dreams? Can
What
you
are
tell
wrong
us?
dreams?
Yeah, tell us about those.
Well, you find yourself dreaming about, getting back with one of your previous spouses, of course, and maybe
Tell us about your previous spouses.
Well, Harriet's. We met, of course, at Cantor's in Fairfax.
Oh, of course.
And after that, we went to Trader Vic's, and immediately after that, we went to Vampire Burger on Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, and what time span is this?
Some of these places I've heard of, and that others I think are totally made
This
up.
was a lunch date. This was for coffee.
This is coffee.
was
For coffee, you went to Trader.
Sure.
You met at Cantor's, then went to Trader Vic's, and then Vampire Burger.
And then Vampire Burger. Just to top it off. Just a little nightcap. Just a little nightcap to push us over into lunch. Or you can have bad dreams. Sometimes I have dreams where I'm wondering, maybe I do sympathize with the terrorists who attacked the Twin Towers on 9/11. And it's a terrible kind of dream to have yourself fighting because it's psychopathic in a way.
Wow.
And when you have
I don't think anybody's ever had that dream.
When you find yourself with dangerous political opinions in your sleep, and you can't be held responsible for what you're dreaming. Sometimes I'm dreaming. No. Sometimes I dream about hunting down a pig, just with my teeth. Or maybe hooray, the towers are going down.
But you don't actually feel that way.
Well, you feel awful. And so what do you do?
When you wake up, yeah.
Of course, you dive into a bowl of banana bacon.
Banana, what is that?
Banana bacon is the most buttery, juicy.
Can you stop saying buttery?
No, it's buttery banana bacon. And you get
Is that a requirement for food for you? It has to be buttery? Because almost everything you've had is buttery.
You get it from Bob's Barbecue. Well, all people who want to make something, let me taste juicy and tender. There's something about butter. There's something about butter that is it's a sort of a salty taste, which was also sweet at the same time.
I hate when people say that expression, like, I threw up in my mouth a little, like, I want to punch people in the face or run them over with my car when they say that, but, like,
if you run somebody over with your car, the first place you should drive afterwards.
Wait a minute. If you have a meal just for that occasion?
Trust me, if you run over somebody in
recommendation.
Your car, drive immediately down to Alhambra.
To where?
Alhambra. Alhambra.
Alhambra. And make sure you check out the Aloha Food Factory.
Aloha.
Okay. Get the Hawaiian lunch plate. And of course, it starts out with a bed of pork riblets.
Oh, good.
That's a Hawaiian
that you don't have to bring yourself.
They're the best pork riblets in town.
Oh, that's
in Los Angeles.
That's better than your wife's, so you don't have to bring your wife's pork
but I do. Of course I do.
Oh, okay.
You just
bring
mix
my
them up?
Sure, I slather my wife's pork riblets on top of the pork riblets from Aloha Food Factory, Alhambra. But it's so far out there. It's on the 210 or the 605 or some crazy place like that. Alhambra, 710 Freeway. It'll take the cops so long to find you, and you get to go through 2 lunch plates right there. You get ice cream scoops full of rice.
What?
Buttery rice.
Oh, okay. Good.
Ice cream shaving papayas. They scoop out the papaya fruit. They put ice cream on top of it, and then they put the papaya into your iced tea. And if you're lucky, you can get a glass of iced beef.